Now, first tonight, charges have now been filed against the student who made social media threats at Quincy High School last month. KHQA's Ben Schmidt is working for you to share more details about what's next for the student. Ben?
The student currently faces 2 felonies following the incident, the first being falsely making a terroristic threat and disorderly conduct.
Now, the student is not currently in custody and won't be until at least after a court hearing. Falsely making a terroristic threat carries a punishment of 4 to 15 years in prison, and disorderly conduct carries 1 to 3. Since the student is a juvenile, it would be served in a juvenile prison facility. First Assistant State's Attorney Todd Eiler says filing these charges sends a message.
It is about holding the individual that made the post accountable and sending the message to not only this person but everybody within the public that this is not acceptable. This is not something that we will tolerate. It's not something that we can tolerate.
Eiler also said the school needs situations like this to be properly investigated, handled, and under control so teachers can do their jobs.
They're there to teach our children, not deal with the chaos that something like this surrounds or creates. They're trained to deal with it, but that's not what they're there for. They want to educate our children.
Now, a court hearing has been scheduled, but Eiler was not aware of the date. Working for you, I'm Ben Schmidt.
Now, the superintendent of the Jacksonville School District is saying enough is enough in a Facebook post. Superintendent Steve Patchik says a teacher received a threat from a parent that demanded a public response. Now, the Jacksonville Facebook page has changed their profile picture, showing support for teachers, asking others to do the same. He's also challenging those in local and statewide education leadership to put the safety and welfare of teachers as their top priority. First tonight, a QHS student is facing 2 felony charges after last month's school threats. KHQA's Ben Schmidt is working for you to share how social media played a big role in the incident. Ben?
When a student made false social media threats at Quincy High School last month, the building went into secure mode. And while the threats were deemed non-creditable, now just about anyone can cause one of these incidents thanks to one of these.
The hassle that it created and the chaos that it created for everybody involved in terms of the schools, the community, parents who have children in those schools. I mean, there were many people affected.
Now, authorities were eventually able to track down the student who now faces 2 felony charges. But First Assistant State's Attorney Todd Eiler says the ease of access of social media plays a big role in these issues.
I truly am convinced that social media is going to be the downfall of this society, of our world, because that's what sparks this. That's what helps it spread, and that's what allows this to spread like a wildfire.
Not only did the threat spread quickly, but other false rumors like who the suspect was, whether arrests were made, and other information that Quincy schools responded to the day of the incident.
There are a lot of good things that we can obtain from the internet and social media, but it is also a place of evil and a place where bad things happen, and it creates chaos.
Eiler hopes the person who made the post and others in the community know types of online threats are not acceptable. Working for you, I'm Ben Schmidt.